Okay, I think the mic's working. I think we're here. That's my AC. We're gonna turn that guy off. It's been a week. It's been a day. I'm exhausted. I have to pack. I don't know what's going on. I'm ready to build some stuff. Got this at Brickworld. What a fucking day. What a week. So last week, I didn't even talk about this on the live stream. Last week, I produced my first stand up show in LA at the Bourbon Room, where I'm going to be producing our BuzzFeed shows that we're going to be filming. So the first one's July 31st. So I'm going to throw that out there. Cheap plug. July 31st, we're going to be doing the first, but it's going to be our BuzzFeed launch show at the Bourbon Room, 8 p.m. Insane lineup. But I produced a stand-up show last week, and it was an insane lineup, and it was just amazing. We were close to sold out. 100-something people showed up. Really fun show. Cool venue. Green room was 4 floors into the ground, which was very weird. It's a lot of work. I don't want to produce shows. It's part of my job, but like in my free time, I don't want to produce shows. It's a lot of shit to do. It's a lot of pressure to fill a room because the venue only makes like they make 20% of the doors, so they make most of their money on the food. So you got to fill the room. They want to make money, and they do it off the food. So I guess we're dealing with instructions online now. This sucks. So you try to fill a room, and it's a lot of stress up until the day, and they send you an email every morning with how many tickets you sold, and it's a headache throughout. So I don't love producing stand-up shows. I like producing stuff with like just scripted and unscripted stuff. But it was a fun show. It's cool. I'm gonna probably produce the BuzzFeed shows, and that's it. I don't think I want to produce any more of my own side shows with I produced it with my friend Rebecca. She's great. She wanted to learn how to do it. I did it because she wanted to learn how to do it. I thought I would help her. Today we had let me go through what I'm wearing this shit for. So today we had Vidcon. This was my Vidcon haul. So Vidcon is, I guess, all the YouTubers, all the social media people, the big YouTubers, whatever. They go down to Anaheim Convention Center. It's the biggest thing. It's like Brickworld for YouTubers. And it's all the people it's more people I didn't know. I didn't know anybody at Brickworld. I don't know anybody at people were screaming, lines of people. If I had a gun to my fucking head, I didn't know who any of these kids were. They were the kids who use the word Riz a lot, which I just found out what that means. Did you know it meant charisma? I didn't. Short for charisma. We can't say charisma anymore. We say Riz now. It's a lot of YouTubers and TikTokers. So all the social media platforms and the video platforms and all that shit. I like going down there because I'm still learning about them. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. So I'm still learning about that stuff here. But all of them show up and give free shit away, and you can talk to people directly. So for all the people that are always having issues with like algorithms and this and that, you actually speak to the people at TikTok, at Instagram, at YouTube, and can ask them direct questions and get direct answers instead of assuming anything works however you think it works. So it's cool. Like we went to the YouTube area, and this goes to show you just how much money they make and how little they pay people. YouTube, this is like, it's not real gold, but it's fucking heavy. There was like a whole YouTube took up like, I guess two session rooms, and they just set up the whole fucking room where you go from corner to corner and like experience to experience. And one of them you get, I don't know if it's a Stanley, but you get a customized engraved water bottle. So I went with Hope Garrett. That's my friend Hope from out here. Her dad, Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond, and then he owns Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Vegas. So I went. She met me over there. So we got engraved this. So again, YouTube's making a shit ton of money, paying fucking nobody, and just able to give everybody free. Everybody got free this. You got in line, you got free this. Then they're giving medals. So there was like a whole picture section where you just take pictures, and they're like, yeah, pick your pick. And they were like custom. So I got One Take Wonder. She got like Shorts King. There were like different sayings for your gold medal. They just gave out gold medals. And the audio is probably getting fucked up because I'm playing around with it. But VidCon is like a fun experience if you're young and really into seeing all the YouTubers. Like one kid we were in the elevator with, who, we all know we want to be a Rizzler. I am the Rizzler. Yeah, Batman's worst enemy. He has a lot of spunk. Uh, Definitely a Stanley. Is this a Stanley? I couldn't find anything that says Stanley. I thought Stanleys have Stanley written all over it. Think that it probably is a $30 version, but the amount of people that were there, it was a lot of money they gave out. TikTok did something. Oh, I didn't bring it over here. TikTok did something with like travel. It was like passport stuff. You go from teaching session to teaching session. They educated you on the different aspects of TikTok, TikTok Live, TikTok Shop, your long form TikTok, short form TikToks, and they would stamp your passport and give you different travel things. So it was like a suitcase bag. I'm going to start building this while we're talking. A suitcase bag, like different glasses and travel this and travel that. But all in all, it's just like a lot of. So what I bought from Brickworld was the Jurassic Park DNA container, the Barbasol DNA container. I saw it. I was like, this is going to be the thing I buy. So I'm going to build that. So that's what I was doing. And then I was also a speaker there. So I had to, I was speaking there, and then I didn't know this, but I was a mentor. So aside from the speaking thing, I had to sit at a table with, it ended up being like 7 or 8 people that wanted to learn about comedy writing. They specifically sign up for it, and I have to talk to them about comedy writing. And it wasn't a generic thing. They all came to me. Yeah, this looks fun. They all came to me with specific things that they do, that they're trying to write for, and I did not expect it. They had so many different things I was not prepared for. So like one kid, his channel is about cooking. He has 250,000 followers, and he wanted me to help him with how to make it funny. And I don't know how to make fucking cooking funny. So I gave him like suggestions, things I find funny, but it's difficult when this is a comedy writing thing. What are you writing for recipes? So I told him like funny things could be finding the hardest recipes and trying to do that. I also told him, like, for me, funny stuff in those things are Andy Kaufman type things, because you're fucking cooking. You can't make that funny unless you're doing it with your voiceover work. So like that's one of those things where you have to do something, not acknowledge it, and have the people in the comments think they're going crazy and not acknowledge anything you're doing. Like, you have to fuck around with the people that are watching. That's the only way to really make it funny when you're cooking. Like, but then there was another girl who she was a activist for reproductive rights, and she was like, how do I make this funny? I'm like, fuck if I know. But we were talking about the different was baby Gronk getting I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. But it was like reproductive rights. She wanted to know how you can make that funny. And there are ways, because like, so I told her about Mark Maron. Mark Maron does a bit where, like, if you want to get conservatives on board with abortion clinics, reword it and call them angel factories, which is really funny. It's like just a funny approach to it. Am I missing something already? How'd that happen? Ruh-roh. Oh, fuck me. So like that's something where she started telling me specific examples, like HIPAA laws. They make you believe that the HIPAA laws protect you, but really they're not protected by HIPAA laws at some of these clinics, so they can report you right away. So it was like brainstorming ideas of how she can communicate that in a funny way, like doing sketches where the police are in the room as they're giving their medical report. So it was just like a brainstorming session for people that had different ideas or different things that they had to do for their own specific job. So it was very weird, but it was interesting to just talk to different people about the different areas of comedy that they're all needing help with. But that was VidCon. It's interesting. If it's ever in your area, it's worth checking out, especially if you do creative stuff. What did I do here? Yeah, especially if you do creative stuff, because getting to talk, it's not easy to get to talk to. One, two, three. So you got to do six of them. It's not often you get to like get the ongoing joke about streamers trying comedies. They depend on their persona and not have jokes in the chamber. Oh yeah, that's it. Well, that's the other conversation. There were a few, not older, but like in their 50s, and they were like, how do I find an audience? And I was like, and she kept talking about how she doesn't like these younger kids, and like she's only there for her son, and like she doesn't care about this audience. And I'm like, yeah, your audience is other mothers who don't give a shit about the younger generation's audience, and that's not your appeal. There are other mothers that feel this way. That's your audience. And she was, do I have to put? And she was talking about how annoying it is that sometimes they're getting opportunities for certain things, and like, yeah, but they, once they're given those opportunities, because we're talking about, like, I've seen it at the Comedy Store, they're sometimes booked at comedy clubs, but they can never deliver. They're never able to deliver at the comedy clubs where they're booked because they have no material. They are expected to fill the room, but then the people show up and they are never able to deliver. One, two, three. And how is this even done? This does not even look feasible. How do you get six of them there? Is there a bigger one? What the hell? What the hell? I only see five here. One, two, three, four, five. I'm already not liking this Bricker Builds thing. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, so that was, I would say, like, VidCon is an interesting thing if you're looking to have direct interactions with the platforms that you are utilizing. I think it's definitely a good. Oh, I see what they're doing. That's stupid. It's definitely a good way to meet with those people directly, especially if you're older. I think they take it a little bit more seriously because they know that you are you're like a user that understands certain things more and understands the business side of it, so they're more likely to help you. Or they think you're an idiot. A lot of them knew I had no clue what I was doing, and they were definitely more likely to help me because of that fact. I feel like a moron right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. This is a terrible, terrible thing. This is a terrible, terrible thing that's happening right now. I'm sweating. I got a pack. Okay, one, two, three. Okay. So yeah, so that was fun. And then, like, one of the things that it just reminded, there were so many unlikable people there. So one of the things they were doing there that drove me nuts, there were a bunch of YouTubers that that were walking around wearing a necklace with their YouTube plaque. Like, I guess when you get 100,000 views, you get a YouTube plaque, and a lot of them were wearing them as necklaces, and I wanted to bash their fucking heads in. All right, I'm putting the AC back on. Hopefully it doesn't mess around with the sound, but I wanted to bash some of these YouTubers' heads in. And I feel bad because I'm sure they're very nice people, but it was making me very, very angry to see what I was seeing. I'm not understanding what I'm looking at right now. This is a very, very weird thing that I'm looking at. Why is this? Am I looking at the wrong thing? Am I going crazy? This isn't working. Okay. 1, 2. I'm gonna be here all night trying to figure this shit out. Okay, 1, 2. Got it. 3. 4. Nope. 4. 5. So yeah, so there were just a bunch of annoying YouTube. It's like a portable frame version. YouTube sends to 100K sub. Yeah, so, well, the portable frame version, I don't know if it was a portable frame. It looked like the actual frame they were wearing around their necks, and it was very infuriating. And that kind of brings me to what I've been trying to do. What I've been trying to do recently, which is learn a little bit more about the YouTube Lego space. And it's not going well. It is absolutely not going well. These kids, they look dead inside. Their eyes look dead. So there are a few specifically that I'm not going to mention names. I don't need to start Lego beef. But there have been a few Lego kids that I'm like trying to watch. Not kids, they're fucking 20s or 30s, whatever. But I'm trying to watch their stuff to understand what people are interested in watching. Like, why do they have their following? Are they doing something special? They lost everything. Like, they lost all personality. Their voices, like, there's no personality. They're just like dead. Their voices, their eyes, it's just soulless, and they're just like the ones that are pro Lego because Lego sends them the free stuff. They are just shills. They're just. And what I really love about it, but what's even better, and what should be and I'm like, this is terrible. And then you have the other guys, the ones that I really don't like, who Aubrey tells me has goons. He's just anti-Lego. He still buys it, but he's like, and this could be better, and this isn't good, and this is awful, and they could have really done a better job here. It's not the worst, but it could be better. And it's like, they're two opposite sides of the same dead coin. And I'm like trying to understand what the end goal is here. And I guess the end goal is like, this should pay my bills. But at some point they're going to hit their 30s and it's just not going to fly. Like, this is never going to pay my bills. I don't want this to pay my bills. This is just keeping me sane. This is a hobby. This is like a legit, just a hobby. If I want to like make money off this, the Lego Ideas is going to be my way. And if that doesn't happen, it's not going to happen. I'm never going to make money off YouTube. Never my goal. Lego Ideas is like the adult way to make money, and then YouTube is like the, hey guys, that's how they make money. Yeah, I mean, most of those kids needed validation. That's 100%. I mean, they walked around with those plaques, but also one of the kids that I was looking at, one of the YouTube kids I was looking at, So we had a Lego store that got robbed over here. And I guess at some point they reached out to him. They did some kind of event over the weekend, like a local event that they were probably trying to get people into the store. And look, did they were they trying to raise money even though they were covered by insurance and probably got made their money back and they're probably fine? Yes, but they were having an event like let's bring the community together, whatever. And I think they asked him to show up, and he said, I think he was busy or he said no or whatever. And so I was at the Lego night at another store, and he came in. And he just starts talking shit about this store, and like the fact that they asked him to go, and then after he said he couldn't, then the guy complimented him like trying to kiss his ass, and like he just kept complaining like, you should have said that before you asked me to do you the favor. Like, now that you want me to come there, you're telling me that you like my stuff. It's like, dude, did you really, like, you wanted your ass kissed before he asked you to come by the store? Your ass wasn't kissed early enough? Like, that was your problem? And it's the same kid that always weirds me out in that store, but it's just such a fucking ego thing with these Lego kids. It's infuriating. I'm trying not to get annoyed by them, but I didn't even know it existed. Like, I didn't know these kids existed. Back in New York, I just built my Lego. My friends laughed at me. Everybody laughed at me. It was like a funny thing. John's the Lego guy. I didn't know this stuff existed until I moved out here. I was the guy who just had Lego when you walk into his apartment. He's that guy. He's that 30-something that builds Lego. Now I walk into this world and there's Lego everywhere. And then you find out these fucking kids exist and they're lunatics. They're fucking lunatics. And like, this is their whole identity. It's like their gossip is Lego. Like, they walk into a Lego store and they're like, yeah, the guys at this store, they didn't kiss my ass enough. Fuck them. I'm not going to support their store that just got robbed. It's like, what are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about here? So it's like, I have reason. Like, I usually, I very rarely dislike people for no reason. Oh no. So this kid, he's always like, we didn't really talk when we saw each other. Like we did like the hey what's up thing when we saw each other at Brickworld, and then when he saw me at the store the other day, we did the hey what's up, how was your trip, blah blah blah. But I don't like these fucking kids. 23 years old. He probably wanted to be paid. They don't get paid for, like, he's not a brick, he's not a Lego master. Like, if he wants to be paid, that's one thing, say that. But he's not he has like 80,000 YouTube subscribers, good for him. You're not, you weren't on TV. YouTube subscribers can probably be bought. I wouldn't be shocked if because he only has 16,000 Instagram followers or some shit like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he bought YouTube followers or YouTube subscribers. You can't be paid off of that shit. Like, I have legitimate YouTube subscribers. I have 1,000 of them. That's legitimate. I don't know if he has them where he could be charging. Where, like, the Lego Masters girls I met, they were on TV. They were on a Lego TV show. They can legitimately charge, and that makes sense. But for him to go around saying he's going to charge to make an appearance at your fucking Lego store, you could go take a hike. Especially since he has the personality of a wet towel. Get the fuck out of here with these stupid kids. What's this? What is this? Okay. Yeah. So that was some shit that annoyed me. When was that? Saturday night. So there's this other Brickfest thing going on. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go. It's in August in Utah. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I feel like I went to my first one. It was great. That might be the one that I go to every year. It's the biggest one every year. I met cool people. I know they're going to be there. I know they all do go to the one in Utah, but it's like, do I go to another one? It's a lot, 2 for 1 year. But Utah is a really quick trip. It's super cheap. It's 3 days. It's a lot of the same people, so it wouldn't be the worst thing. So I have to figure that out. But Yeah, that's pretty much that was this week, and then tonight, Jesus Christ, the presidential debate. I don't know what the fuck happened. I was driving, I almost swerved into a wall. I was listening to it. I don't know what the hell happened. They were answering questions that weren't asked. They were asking each other questions that had nothing to do with anything. They were talking golf, they were talking abortions, they were talking actual murder. I, Trump was talking about actual murder. There's a governor apparently that rips babies out of wombs and actually delivers babies, puts it on the side, and then decides whether or not he's going to murder the baby. I didn't know this was happening. We need to do something about that. That's an actual crime. If that's a real thing, we need to do something about it. That is not good. We need to find out who's doing it, and we need to do something about it. That is a problem. What the this thing keeps falling apart. This is going to be a problem too. Oh no, now two of them are out. Fuck my life. Now three of them are out? Oh, fuck me. Terrible build. It actually looks pretty cool right now, but oh, now four of them are out. All right, we gotta do this whole thing over. Oh fuck! All right, whole thing's got to be done over. That's fine. That's fine. We'll get it done. We will get it done. Yeah, this debate, it's. I don't even know. Like, I have to vote Biden because the other option is just, it's not an option. But I don't want to vote Biden. It is really picking between vomit and diarrhea. Like, how do you want to spend the next 4 years? Shitting your pants or throwing up all over the place? Those are your two options. Do you like shitting all over the place or puking all over the place? Which is going to inconvenience your life more? And like, right now, I don't hear a lot about Biden. I remember the 4 years under Trump. I had a few more dollars in my pocket. There was a little bit less crime. There was a lot less crime. But I wasn't terrified about a war starting on Twitter. Like, there was a lot less concern from me under Biden. So like I'm kind of torn on how I want to spend the next 4 years. But I honestly, after tonight, I don't know if Biden's gonna make. Like, I don't know if Biden's gonna make the next. This is a fucking joke. Yeah, I just don't think Biden's going to make the next 4 years, so we're really voting for Kamala Harris. But this debate was wild. Like, they were asking Trump yes or no questions. It was like simple shit. Like, are you able to accept the results of the election? And he went into God knows what. And she was like, this is a yes or no question about accepting election results. What are you even saying? Like, she had to stop him multiple times and saying, this is a yes or no question. Are you okay? What are we avoiding here? So I'm a little bit concerned by, just from tonight's situation. I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was a very concerning evening just watching this shit happen. Okay, we fixed it. Got to be more careful about what I'm touching. The CNN's debate rules and the camera angles the staff set up were bad. The camera angles, forget the camera angles, the close-ups were bad. Joe List had the perfect tweet. Joe List had a tweet that said, because when it closed, it was a close-up of Biden and it said live in the bottom corner, and his tweet was something like, it looks like they posted Joe Biden's goal in the beginning for the debate, and obviously they meant live. Gavin Newsom should, this stupid heart here, should have worn a button down that said I'm available. Listen, Gavin Newsom is not doing great things for California. I don't want him running either. The fact that we don't have other options besides fucking Gavin Newsom, Biden, or Trump is a problem. This is a big problem that needs to be addressed. Like, why are those our only options? Why can't we find other options besides Gavin Newsom, Biden, and Trump? This is a very concerning thing that's happening. What is happening? What the fuck is going on? Okay. We're getting there. Yeah, no, there's big problems. This next 4 years is going to be shit regardless of who actually wins. One, two, three, four. And we got one. Got one, two. I just don't understand how people in the Democratic Party still think they could put Biden up there like that on a public stage and be okay with what just happened. Like, he made it look very, very bad. This is a very bad situation that they put him in. But it was just wild from start to finish. He could barely walk on stage. So he finally got to the podium. Trump sounded more alive, more lively, which is not great. But then he couldn't answer a goddamn question. He couldn't answer a question honestly. He started talking nonsense. He decided to answer questions however he wanted. And then he would just make up stuff, which is he was making up stuff to the previous question with the time he had for the current question. It was really just all over the place, and somehow he still looked better than Biden. But Biden's answers were actual answers, so I have no choice but to vote Biden. His answers let me know that somebody in his cabinet has a plan. What that plan is relevant to the country and the issue. What Trump's plan is, I don't know. I don't know who he's going to put in power. I don't know what the plan is. I just know that... What the hell is this? Huh. Oh. I just know that he wants to be president for the sake of not being a loser. That's essentially what the situation is. He lost 4 years ago. It kills him. He wants to go out a winner. And he wants to run again. And he's a convicted felon. And that's the other thing. Biden did not... Somebody told Biden, here's the play. The play is bring up that he's a convicted felon and mention sex with the porn star. And you know what? Biden didn't. Biden did it. And then Trump said, I did not have sex with a porn star. And that was the beginning of the insanity. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And like, listen, I've watched pro wrestling in my life. Like, I've watched pro wrestling. That was still the craziest shit I've ever seen between two grown men. As a pro wrestling viewer, and I've seen men set on fire. I've seen men tied together with handcuffs, beating the shit out of each other. I've seen men in steel cages fight each other. I've never seen something this insane like I witnessed tonight in a debate between these two men. It was the craziest thing that I've seen. So I just don't even know what happens at this point. I guess there's no choice but to vote for one of these two men. Well, okay, I'm hoping after this debate, the Democrats go back and say, listen, Trump looked bad enough that if we put a reasonable Democrat in place of Biden, we're absolutely going to win. Like, this is one of the earliest debates they've ever had. So I think part of the plan was like, let's do it early. So if it's the nightmare we think it's going to be, we can replace Biden. I think that was the plan. So I think after tonight's performance, we may see something within the next few days where Biden says, listen, I'm too old for this shit. Trump, I care about this country. After last night, I'm scared for what Trump's going to do to it. We need to get somebody younger in this thing. And he might step down. Because Trump was terrible tonight, but Joe Biden was not great. So I'm very confident that very confident that if does it matter? I'm very confident that if the Democrats picked any other Democrat to run after Trump's performance tonight, they would win. But I don't know if they're smart enough to do that, because they don't like admitting that they're wrong. They like to just eat their own. So all the Democratic pundits, as soon as the debate went off the air, they all attacked the shit out of Biden, and all the Republican news outlets, they praised Trump. Trump was one of the most incoherent idiots I've ever heard, but they praised him. So they know how to play the game, and once again, the Democrats were eating their own. What we're good at. So it's pretty much game over at this point, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We tried. We put him up there. Oh, he had a cold. That's the shit they're saying now. Oh, he had a cold. Yeah, okay. He had a cold. What kind of fucking cold? What do you have, COVID? Being 82 is not a cold. He had a cold called 82. That's what his team is saying. He had a cold tonight. Yeah, I was wondering what their spin was going to be. Get the fuck out of here. 82 years old. Trying to run for president. He couldn't even answer the question about his age. It was so bad. I feel bad for him, because I think they said this right after that on CNN. He is trying to do good for the country. That's the worst part. Even though he can't communicate it properly, he's genuinely trying to do good for the country, and he can't, because because he can't communicate it properly. And even when he ran last time, it was well known that he had a stutter, but this wasn't a stutter. His reaction time, his ability to answer questions, he was staring off into the distance. It was just a nightmare. And then they sent him out as like a victory lap. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing out on stage? He went to like his after party. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing on stage? There's no celebrating. This was not a win. This is gonna look real bad tomorrow. Hopefully he doesn't read Twitter. I hope he doesn't read Twitter. It's not gonna look good at all. We're getting close. I gotta build this, and then I gotta go pack. We're leaving for New York tomorrow. Okay. Right, red. Alright. So blue, red, white. Alright. It is Jover. Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting to see what they try to do. It's gonna be a weird few days because, wait, what did I just do? Because tomorrow they have to scramble and they have to make a decision. Are they gonna? He's only gonna be older by the next debate. Are they gonna continue this shit, or are they gonna just say, all right, we need to figure out the next game plan? Poor Kamala had to go on and deal with Anderson Cooper and try to defend him. It's like, what are you defending? This is not going to be good. Kamala was in hiding for 4 years, and now all of a sudden she has to go on the defensive and protect the guy. And she's smart for doing that because she knows damn well that there's a good chance she's president within 4 years. So she wants him to be president. She knows damn well this is her chance. She might be the first female president should he not survive. Which would be the craziest thing ever. Like, she is so unlikable that they kept her away from everybody for 4 years. This is a tougher build than I wanted. Which way are we going? Fuck. So annoying. Fuck. It's like a nightmare build. Nightmare build. Alright, we gotta try this again. Be a little bit tighter. Let's make sure these are all in tight. Alright, so where is this? There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's, how long have we been going? I don't even know. Oh, 51 minutes. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap this up within the hour. I think we're going to be good to go within the hour. Then we got to pack. We're leaving in, what, 5 hours? 8 hours? Who the fuck knows? We got to go to LAX, which is always a nightmare. Gotta love LAX. Red, 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 blue, 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 blue. Yeah, so New York's gonna be fun. I probably won't do a live until I get back, but I'm gonna see a lot of my friends over there. See my family, got a wedding, family wedding. I'm gonna try, I haven't been to a Bricks and Minifigs over there, so I'm gonna try and get to one over there, see what that's like. I gotta see where they are. And I want to get to the Lego store at the Dream Mall in New Jersey. That just opened, so we're gonna try that. Okay. Let's see, we gotta be smart about this. Is this, oh, it's gotta go here. Alright. Fuck. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Yeah, this year I've definitely been getting more into Lego, so we have to I have to try new places. Gotta learn more about it. Again, I'm not trying to be one of these Lego kids, but I feel like I don't want to be the dumb guy who's like into Lego but doesn't know anything. So I'm at least trying to learn more about it. Especially if I'm going to be a Lego designer, I also don't want to be that guy who doesn't know shit about Lego. I don't want to be one of those fake people. So I'm trying to... If my goal is to be a Lego designer and sell that full house, or get it made, I don't want to be one of those guys who, like, doesn't know anything about Lego. That's embarrassing. Although I did hear a lot of the designers have never designed Lego before. Or like never built Lego before, that they just like end up submitting something randomly and it gets made. So the fact that I'm actually a Lego fan, hopefully that earns me some points. Here we go. Let's try this again. Alright, so this has to go here now. Yeah. Alright. Fuck. Again with this bullshit. Oh yeah, I mean, New York is... Here's the thing. Trump is appealing. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised. New York is a very liberal state. But New York has gotten so visibly bad that if it was going to ever become a conservative state, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened now. It has gotten so bad, and Trump knows how to feed into that. So in a way, I would not be completely shocked if that were to happen right now. He knows how to feed into like the fear and the racism and, oh, you motherfucker. He just knows how to feed into all of that. So the fact that, can I get... He knows how to feed into all of that. So the fact that he's like... The fact that he's playing into that game, and he New York has gotten bad, but the fact that he's specifically going after that, I think he kind of knows he has the ability to get under people's skin by talking about that stuff. Wait a second. Did I somehow fix it? I sure did. I don't know how I fixed it, but I did. It's 10:05. We're getting there. All right. What the hell is this? I got these last pieces to do. 52. That's it. We did it. We did it, guys. All right, guys, that's a wrap. I really love it. Bricker Builds has some awesome builds, so definitely worth checking out. Follow Building Friendships on Instagram, and we have some new episodes that are going to come out probably later in the summer. Great guests. Don't want to spoil it, but we'll see you next time.